Hello, hello. James Stackhouse here from Stack Fitness. Hope you are all well and having a wonderful day. Got a nice little live stream for you today. Hopefully you find it useful. Let me know. So add your comments in the section below. Questions, queries, send them through. Happy to answer anything. So I'm going to be doing a few of these in a series, hopefully dealing with some key challenges, issues that you're struggling with, and can provide hopefully some useful advice, tips, first-hand knowledge from myself or when I've trained clients, which I've been doing for over 10 years now, which can then be applied to yourself in your own life. Now, the idea is that these are simple, quick, smart tips, tricks, advice that you can actually do. These are not complex, challenging, over-the-top things that you need to have a lot of skills, knowledge, or training and skills to do. It's simple things you can slot into your day and make them a habit long term. So in this stream today, I'm going to be talking about shedding belly flab, a common issue, a common complaint, and potentially something that can turn into a very unhealthy situation. So the point of this is that we need to be addressing it before it gets too much of a challenge. So I'm sure the issue with most people is their belly fat, it sneaks up on them, or they think it sneaks up on them, but actually year on year, there's a little bit more on the belt line. There's an extra notch in your belt buckle. And guess what? Before you know it, 2, 3, 4, 5 kilos overweight. And where did this come from? So what we want to do is we want to get to a position where we're avoiding that, or we're starting to reduce where we're at and starting to get back on those belt buckles. So I'll run through how we can shed belly flab in 5 simple steps, fast and easy. So you've probably had a little look in the mirror and you notice that belly seems to be getting a little bit bigger, but you don't have time for complicated diet plans or spending hours in the gym. Of course, don't worry, losing belly fat can be simple and manageable. It can be 5 steps today that you can actually use and employ to start burning the belly. So I'll run through some natural tips to trim and tighten your midsection you can actually incorporate into a busy lifestyle. So I won't be talking about strict diets or intense workouts or sacrificing your favorite foods at all. It's just going to be a few minor changes to your daily routine. And before you know it, you'll be slimming that stomach and feeling more confident in no time. So stay tuned and you'll be able to discover 5 effortless ways to beat the belly bulge and get trim, toned tummy you want. First up, belly fat. Yeah, it's more than unsightly. It can be harmful to your health. It's more than annoyance that makes your clothes fit too tightly. It's actually potentially dangerous to your health. This fat around your midsection produces hormones and chemicals that can negatively impact your body and internal organs. Things like heart disease risk. So belly fat, especially the visceral fat, so not just the stuff you can see under the skin, you can see, around your midsection, but there's even more around the organs called visceral fat. This releases chemicals that promote inflammation in the body. This inflammation is linked to a higher risk of heart disease and other health issues. So losing belly fat will help lower this. What else? Diabetes threat. Not nice. Fat around your midsection makes it more difficult for your body to produce and use insulin effectively. This makes you more prone to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. So shedding belly fat is one of the best ways you can actually reduce your diabetes risk and or even help manage a condition you already have. So it's not a lost cause. Some people have pre-diabetes, so they're not quite there yet. They've got slightly elevated blood glucose levels, or you can actually reverse that. So this is a good way of doing it. Sleep problems. Belly fat can make it harder to sleep well at night. It releases hormones that stimulate wakefulness, not ideal. So as you lose this fat around your midsection, you'll probably likely notice improvements in your sleep quality and duration. You'll feel well rested and you'll have more energy throughout the day, which is excellent news. Bottom line is that belly fat is dangerous. and losing it should be a top health priority, especially if you're getting a bit older. The good news is that with the right diet and exercise plan, you can lose 1 to 2 pounds, kilo or so, per week, and significantly shrink your waistline over the course of a few months. So your belly fat and health risks will then start to go down as the pounds, kilos reduce. And the benefits to your well-being will be well worth the effort. And you look awesome, trim and toned as well. So I've got 5 tips for you. Start eating straight up. Number 1, follow a nutritious, low-calorie diet. Sounds obvious. But to trim your belly fat, you've got to cut calories. Aim for 500-ish calories or so less per day than what you currently eat. You won't starve, don't worry. And a few simple swaps will get you there quite simply, and they'll yield big results. Don't go nuts. This is where people tend to fail. They go, I'm going to go on a diet, and they cut out 1,000 calories a day or go on eating 2 lettuce leaves a day. It won't happen. It won't work. You'll be too hungry. You'll have sneaky snacks, which you'll forget to remember, and you'll wonder why you're not losing fat, and it won't be subsistent. You won't be able to make it last. Switch to lean proteins. Choose chicken, beans, fish, legumes over your red meats and your full fat dairy. These options typically a little bit lower in calories. They're still packed with protein, slightly less saturated fats in them, and they'll keep you feeling full. And that's half the battle. If you're constantly feeling hungry, starving, you're not focusing on what you're doing, you're drained in energy, and you're going to make bad choices with sneaky snacks that you will gorge upon all day. So eat properly, eat well, don't skip meals, but eat big protein. Protein should be the main focus of your plate. So load up on veggies and fruits. So these are high in water and fiber content. They fill you up without adding a lot of calories. So they're good at bulking you up. Start each meal with a salad or a soup, snack up on veggies and fruit, and pile them up on your plate. That is a good option. Also, fiber is great at slowing down the absorption of carbs, which means your blood glucose levels won't spike. And there'll be a nice slow release of glucose energy throughout the day. Choose fats, but healthy fats. Not all fats are bad. Focus on unsaturated fats from foods like olive oil, avocados, nut butters. Limit your saturated fats from red meats, full fat dairy, an easy switch. Here is a big one. Watch your portion sizes. We often overestimate, or we just gorge ourselves on how much one portion is. So even healthy foods have calories. Keep the calories and the portions in check. So measure out your servings if you have to, instead of grabbing directly from a bag or a container. You'll be surprised how much you can cut by just controlling your portions. So if you're portioning up your plate, that fist size, 1 for females, 2 for males, this is your protein portion. That is how much your carb portion be. Your grains, your high carb portion should be, and that is how many leafy carbs you should be eating. So your greens, your vegetables, fruits. That's how much fat you should be having on your plate. So use those as a basic tool to measure how much food should be on your plate. And making these better food choices, watching your portion size can go a long way towards trimming your midsection. Stay consistent, be patient. Lasting results do take time and a bit of dedication. But with each nutritious bite and reduced calorie, you'll be much closer to losing that belly fat and feeling your best. Step 2, I'm afraid we've got to do some exercise. So engage in cardio and strength training exercises. Let's start with cardio, the most hated thing out there on the exercise front. We do like to do a bit of cardio, yeah. We aim for 30 to 60 minutes of cardio exercise where we can, most days ideally. But this doesn't have to be crazy over the top stuff. Walking, jogging, biking, swimming, incorporate it into your daily activities. Start slowly, build up your endurance over time. The more you do, the more belly fat you will lose. Just make sure you don't overdo it at first. And boosting your daily step count is a great way of doing that. 10,000 steps is what they love you to do. If you're struggling to do even half that, start with half that. 5,000 steps, build your way up, and it'll have an extra boost on your calorie burn per day. Strength training. Now, this is really where you're going to make some gains. Strength or resistance training is key. Things like squats, deadlifts, pushes and pulls. These are big exercises that will help to boost your fat burn. They'll build muscle. Muscle is an active tissue. We love muscle because it burns twice as much energy as fat. So the more muscle you have, the more energy you're burning, even when you're watching me now, or even when you are asleep. So that's where you're going to make your burns and make your gains rather than doing all that cardio. So even basic body weight exercises, push-ups, squats, lunges will burn fat and build that muscle that you need. And the more muscle you have, the higher that metabolism will be. Hooray! Mix it up. For the best fat burning results, do a combination of cardio and strength. You want the cardio as well because it's good for your cardiovascular system. It helps keep your heart healthy. Try intervals though, so don't go crazy and do, right, I'm going to do an hour slog on the treadmill. Do short and sharp bursts of intense exercise followed by recovery. So HIIT training, high intensity interval training. So you might sprint for a minute, then jog, slow it down for 2 minutes. Repeat this interval pattern, walk, jog, walk, jog, walk, jog. A nice, simple way of doing it. Or circuit training where you're combining your cardio and your strength is particularly effective. So you move from exercise to exercise without rest, then repeat the circuit. So you might have a squat into a row, into an overhead push, into a lunge, something like that. And you repeat through 15, 20 minutes, something simple like that. Gets you moving, gets the heart rate up, and moves those muscles and gets a bit of bulk. The key really is to challenge yourself, switch up your routine, try different exercise activities, change the intensity, intervals and circuits. Keeping your body guessing will maximize that fat loss. Staying active and building muscle is the secret to long-term success in trimming your belly fat. But consistency is key. So no point in doing 5 exercise sessions one week, none the next week. Keep it consistent, put it in your diary, make sure you are doing it. Consistency is key. So finding physical activities you genuinely enjoy is the key to doing that. Tip 3, reduce stress and get enough sleep. Chronic stress is a lack of sleep. These are killers, literally. They negatively impact your health in a number of ways, including increasing belly fat storage. So exactly what we're trying not to do, or what we're trying to reverse. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol. This is your stress hormone. Cortisol creates fat storage in the abdomen. At the same time, lack of sleep reduces the production of leptin. This is your satiety hormone, which tells you when you're hungry. This makes you hungrier and more prone to overeating and weight gain. So very, very critical, this one. And what's a good way to help you sleep? Reduce and manage your stress. Find healthy ways to unwind each day. Could be yoga, meditation, deep breathing, a warm bath, light exercise, or just doing nothing for 5-10 minutes. So try it. Spend 15 minutes a day relaxing. Lower those cortisol levels. Also try to minimize stressful situations when possible. Take breaks from things like social media or work emails, things that are really going to stress you out, particularly when you're off the clock. Your belly will thank you. Sleep. How much should we have? Probably more than we're currently getting. Most adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep, quality sleep, to function optimally. So try going to bed a bit earlier and waking up later when possible, and keeping to that schedule 7 days a week, even on weekends. So go easy on the old lions and staying up binge watching Amazon Prime, Netflix until the middle of the night. get into a cracking routine where you're going to maintain that. And you've also got things like a calming bedtime routine before you sleep. So avoid your screen time and your blue light, particularly as this plays havoc with your melatonin, which is your hormone that tells you when you are sleepy. Keep the environment cool, dark and quiet. When you're well rested, you'll have more energy to make healthy choices during the day. You'll be rested. You'll be able to go and do your exercise. You'll make good food choices. You'll have less cravings for unhealthy snacks and sugary pick-me-ups. So reducing stress, prioritizing sleep, they're two of the simplest, but definitely the most effective ways to improve your health and trim your belly fat. And they involve doing nothing, quite literally. So once you've made progress with your first 3 steps, you'll be perfectly primed to tackle the final strategies for banishing belly fat for good. But for now, take a deep breath, get some rest, and your waistline will thank you. Step 4, stay hydrated and limit your alcohol intake. Staying hydrated is key to losing belly fat. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water per day. If you're feeling thirsty, have more. Keep your body and your metabolism running effectively. Dehydration slows your metabolism and critically your fat burning. When you're dehydrated, your body clings to fat and water and it makes your belly appear bloated. Not good. So drinking up, flushing away the salts and that water retention. But drink water, not soda or juice. Skip these high sugar drinks and stick to plain water or unsweetened drinks. They're high in calories and pretty low in nutrients. So replace 1 sugary drink per day with water or unsweetened drinks. And you can actually cut over 50,000 calories, like 15 pounds of fat in 1 year. That's a lot. It all adds up. If you don't like water, carbonate, sparkling water, chuck a bit of lemon or lime in it, mix it up, make it worth your while. Limit alcohol, whilst an occasional drink is fine. Too much alcohol slows fat burning and stimulates your appetite. It can actually reduce protein synthesis. Not good. So it means it'll undo your gains that you've had at the gym and in the kitchen, making nice, healthy food. Limit yourself to 1 drink a day if you're a woman, 2 if you're a man. If you're drinking, choose lower calorie options like wine. Red wine's not too bad, 120 calories, or vodka or soda. Ideally, adding non-sugar-based mixers instead of beer or sugary cocktails, which can have hundreds of calories in them. Staying properly hydrated, limiting the booze. They're 2 simple ways you can effectively trim that belly. So making these 2 small changes, you'll be well on your way to a slimmer midsection in no time. Remember, every little bit counts in the battle of the bulge. So do your best, choose water over high calorie options and try and limit the booze. Step 5, you can add in supplements, probiotics, proteins. Probiotics, good bacteria in your gut, plays an important role in fat loss and overall health. So adding a probiotic supplement can assist. Beneficial bugs help your digestion, reset the good flora and gut bacteria, and reduce inflammation in the gut. They even may help your metabolism. So you can try these probiotics or simply try things like live yogurt or those types of products that are going to help boost the bacteria. Protein powder, not a bad option, whey or plant-based, your call. It's a quick way to boost your protein intake if you're struggling with natural means. It's not a replacement for that. Your body absorbs natural proteins much more readily, plus you'll get the thermic effect, that is the calorie burn, i.e. your body requires energy and burns energy when it's processing the protein. But you can have 20 or 30 grams of protein in a shake, add it into supplement and add in what else you're eating naturally if you are really struggling. Just be careful you don't get those super Hulk and bulk versions, which are full of sugar and carbs, because they're aimed at Arnie and heavy bodybuilders looking to build bulk. Fish oil, not a bad option. There's some decent studies saying it can assist with anti-inflammatory effects. It boosts your omega-3 fatty acid intake, which can boost fat loss and improve heart health. Fish oil may help mobilize fat from the cells and increase fat burning and curb appetite. Ideally, if you're getting your intake from eating natural fish, that is a better option. But you can add the supplement in if you're struggling or you don't love that fish. So adding in these can assist you a bit, but try and keep it as natural as possible. So start as you mean to go on. You don't have to do all 5 immediately, but start with just 1 or 2 of them to get some momentum built. Those are 5 nice little simple tips you can use to trim stubborn belly fat. No crazy diets, no endless hours in the gym, just a few small changes that you can make to your daily routine, and they'll get you on the path towards a leaner, healthier midsection. So don't let a lack of time or motivation stop you. These things you have to eat anyway, you have to sleep anyway. You should be looking at managing your stress as well, all these other things. So just start putting 1 or 2 steps in place to start building momentum. Before you know it, you'll be slimming down and feeling more energetic. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Don't beat yourself up. If you're not 100% all the time, 80% will get you there. Be kind to yourself along the way. Your body will thank you. So now you've got the information, take your first steps. You've got this. You can start doing it today. You can watch the recording of this. If you missed anything, check it out. Go back on your steps. But also there's a few other things I can do to help you out. Grab my free Fitness Fusion journal. It's a nice little fitness journal. It'll help you schedule what you're doing, and it'll be a nice simple pathway to health and wellness. Try my free 7 Habits of Highly Healthy People online course. It's a 7-day online total health and wellbeing training course. Simple, easy to put into play habits that you can start trying today. I've also got a body fat calculator you can use to start testing your start point, and you can use it throughout the process of putting these steps into play to measure exactly your fat loss progress. Nothing more important than checking your progress, because it will show you how well you're doing, your journey along the way, but also it's motivating. If you see it's actually working, you'll be more inclined to continue. Drop me a message below or on social media, or email directly, or visit the website. It's www.stackfitness.com.au to access and download any of these goodies straight away. Otherwise, all the best in health. Start burning that belly and have a great day.